Hello, and thanks for watching this new video of my latest purchase, an Omega Speedmaster 9300 made of grade 5 titanium with a blue lacquered dial and ceramic bezel. I've had this watch now for about 4 weeks. I bought it second hand with just, if you see in the background, an Omega service voucher, no papers or box. So I did buy it for a vastly reduced price. The condition of the watch is very good actually. There are some marks on the bracelet which I'll try and show later, and there is a small nick on the crystal at 11 o'clock, but it's very difficult to see. So again, due to those issues, it was slightly cheaper than what it would normally be. As you can see, it's got a chronograph. It's got a small second sub dial at 9 o'clock and a 12-hour and 60-minute chronograph recorded on the sub dial at 3 o'clock. There is a central chronograph seconds hand and a date window at the 6 o'clock position, as you can see. The crystal is sapphire crystal on the front, and there is also sapphire crystal on the rear of the watch. The bezel is polished and made from ceramic. I don't know about yourselves, but I think it's a particularly attractive watch. I know a lot of hardcore Omega enthusiasts aren't particularly happy with the Speedmaster being made larger. The case diameter of this is 44.25mm, which has made it slightly bigger than the Moon watch, which I believe is 42mm. For me, that suits me. I've got a 7.5 inch wrist, so the bigger size is better for me, and I actually prefer the bigger size. Right, the features, as I've said, it's got a chronograph, it's chronometer, it's got a date, tachometer around the bezel, transparent case back and small seconds hand. So you are getting a lot of functionality in this watch, which you perhaps wouldn't get in a brand like Rolex for this sort of price. And that's not me bashing Rolex, it's just a known fact that you don't tend to get as many functions with Rolex as you do with Omega. The technical data, as I've said, scratch resistant sapphire crystal with anti-reflective treatment on both sides. That's on the front, and obviously you've got sapphire crystal on the back, which I'll show you in a moment. The case and bracelet is made from grade 5 titanium, which I believe is the highest grade titanium you can get. It's very anti-corrosive, it's very light. I believe it's half the weight of stainless steel, and it's very nice. I mean, the appearance, I don't know if you can make out on this video, but the appearance is slightly darker than stainless steel. But I think Omega have done a great job in mimicking stainless steel, really, the way they've done it. I'll just try and show you the bracelet a bit better there. It's very difficult to perhaps gauge whether that is stainless steel or titanium. Right, the movement inside, the caliber 9300 movement, it's a self-winding chronograph with a column wheel mechanism and coaxial escapement. It has a silicone balance spring on a free sprung balance. It's got 2 barrels mounted in series, automatic winding in both directions, rhodium plated finish with Geneva waves, and it has a power reserve of 60 hours. I'll try my best, but I'll bring it really close and try and focus. It's a gorgeous, gorgeous movement. I think they're really, really attractive. These in-house Omega movements are fantastic. You can just see this balance wheel there. But yeah, there you go. So there you have it. It retails for £7,210, which is a hell of a lot of money. But that's if you're going to pay retail from an authorised dealer. You can pick these up brand new from the internet, between sort of £5,600 and £5,800. Websites such as Chronext and Iconic Watches, for example. So you can get them off the grey market for a couple of grand cheaper, but you're still looking to pay £5,500 brand new, which is a lot of money. It's sort of, dare I say, it's Daytona money if you're paying brand new, which is food for thought if you are thinking of buying one. I mean, you are getting more functionality in this watch over a Daytona. However, if you're looking at resale and an iconic model, you're probably going to struggle to compare this to a Daytona. Omega have done lots of different variants of this particular watch. They've done 16 variants, which I think is pretty crazy. I've got it here on my laptop, which I'll show you in a minute. If you look, they've got all these different, it's hard to see, it's hard to make out. Essentially they've got 16 different movements. Not movements. Different models. So we've got, grey ceramic, black ceramic on leather, white ceramic on leather with diamonds, black ceramic on leather, black ceramic on nylon, black ceramic on leather, steel on steel, orange gold on leather, this titanium on leather, dark side of the moon, grey side of the moon. So there's a load to choose from. Obviously I bought this one. This is my favourite out of all of them. But would I pay retail for it? Probably not. I'll just try it on. So I've got a 7.5 inch wrist, and I think it looks quite nice. I'll just show you the chronograph in action. That's not going to work, is it? So the pros of this watch then, for me, I love the look of the watch. I love the blue. In different lights, it looks a different type of blue. In daylight, it looks like quite a light, vivid blue. And as you can see in this light, it almost looks black or dark grey. I mean, that might, see how it catches the light there? See, it changes. So it goes from dark, and then if you put it in the daylight, there you go, it looks more blue. Anyway, yeah, the blue's great, it's unique. I love it. Now, how well is this running? It's running fantastically well for me. Over the last 4 weeks, it's lost just over 3 seconds. Now the cons, it is very expensive. As I've said before, you could get a Daytona for that sort of money, almost that sort of money. It is also quite large for the average wrist. Some people might not like that. I personally like the larger size. So if that suits you, then happy days. The other thing that might annoy people is the watch is quite light due to it being made out of titanium. I don't mind this at all. I actually quite like the fact it's light because it's a big watch. And I'm wearing it every day at the moment, and it's great. You know, it's still got some weight to it, but it's lovely to have a watch of this size that isn't weighing you down. I know some people, from speaking to people that work in the Omega boutique, they say a lot of people come in and they want their watch to feel heavy, because I think heaviness is associated with a quality timepiece. it doesn't feel flimsy, it just feels light, and when you first pick it up, it is noticeably very light, but that's the unique selling point of having a titanium watch. But yeah, if you don't like a light watch, stay away from this one. You know, quickly on the finish of the watch and the movement itself is quite brilliant, really. Omega are really pulling out all the stops at the moment. I will be doing a video on Baselworld, which is kicked off this month, because I think some of their new models, the Globemasters, require some attention. They're just absolutely incredible, and also the fact their new watches are certified by Metas is quite a leap forward for the Omega brand, and it certainly is a fascinating time to be into watches. Perhaps no better time, but I think Omega are really leading the way at the moment. Some people might disagree, but from handling some of these newer watches, I have to say they are absolutely fantastic. Right, that's the end of the video. Sorry if I rambled, and I had it on manual focus, so I was faffing a bit during the middle part of the video, but I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll make another video soon. Cheers, bye.